Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. It's Monday, obviously. We have got Noah for an extra day today, but I think my sister might be taking him to the park with her goddaughter this afternoon, so might just give me a bit of time to get on with editing a video, because we're going to have him Wednesday and Thursday again as normal anyway, so that would actually be quite helpful. Yeah, I'm up and I'm dressed. I'm going to go downstairs and see if he has woken up from his nap. So I've had my lunch. We did Noah's lunch, and Becca has now taken Noah and her goddaughter Trinity out to the park for a bit. So I'm just getting on with doing some editing for one of my videos that I filmed last week. I'm probably not going to get it all done in all reality, because I think Rebecca's got to bring Noah back before the school run, and then I'll need to help look after him. But if I can get some done, that would be pretty good. So yeah, I'm just cracking on with that at the moment. Please excuse the fact that it's a bit dark. I've just been doing some editing. Rebecca brought Noah home and we put him down for a nap, although I'm not sure quite how long he slept, because I could hear him from my office and he was, first of all, he was shouting at the top of his lungs. He wasn't unhappy, he was just shouting and talking. And then he was singing. And then he kept going, "Daddy, Nino, Nino," and then he kept pretending to cry, and then it went quiet. So hopefully he's fallen asleep. But anyway, I'm going to go and get him up now because it's time for his snack. So I think he's actually already awake, but we shall go and have a look. It's going to get dark, so you're not going to be able to see me, I'm afraid. Hello! It's a bit dark in here again, I'm afraid. I've been sitting in here a while and just haven't really noticed that it's been getting darker. Yeah, I didn't really film anything since I got Noah up. Basically I got him up, changed him and everything, and then Richard arrived, so we gave him his snack because we had all that ready for him. And then Richard took him home. And then I finished getting my video up that I'd been editing, and I also managed to write a blog post. So yeah, I did more than I thought I would manage today, which I'm quite happy about. And yeah, I've just been relaxing now on the sofa, having my full sip and watching the soaps. So I am probably going to go and get ready for bed. Well, I'll get into my pyjamas anyway. And we'll speak to you tomorrow. I've got a medical appointment tomorrow morning, so I've got an appointment with a psychiatrist to do like a medication review, because well, the two like psychiatric medications that I'm on may well be not helping some of my other like symptoms and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to see a psychiatrist about those. I'm a bit nervous because I think it is the psychiatrist that I was under, oh god, a few years ago now, and I don't know, didn't have the best experience, so yeah, I don't know, just feeling a bit anxious about it. But I don't know, I'm hoping, because I'm going there with like a plan, like a reason. It's not, well, I mean, I'm guessing that she will kind of do some kind of assessment, because she's got to work out like what medications that I need and things like that. But like, I'm not going necessarily to ask for any kind of help, because I'm already having my psychotherapy and stuff, so it's just sorting out medication. So I'm kind of hoping that it might be okay. I don't know, it's just, it's difficult seeing doctors that you've seen before, maybe when you were in a really bad place or something like that. And yeah, I don't know, it's just going to be a bit of a weird appointment. So I'll probably update you on it when I get back, because it's at 10:30 tomorrow. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Hello, so it has been a bit of a strange old day so far. I went to have my appointment this morning with the psychiatrist. It was actually the psychiatrist that I had seen however many years ago, and I kind of just expected to go in and just to discuss what medication that I was on, and you know, how I would go about coming off it and changing it and all that kind of thing. And she said that because she hadn't seen me for quite a while, she wanted to kind of start from the beginning again, and so go through my history, my symptoms, all that kind of like suicidal thoughts, self-harm, talk about all of that, family history. So yeah, that took quite a while, just answering all of her questions on that. And then we got to the medication, and we talked about, because I'm on 2 different medications, and we talked about them individually. So basically, obviously you don't want to come off both at the same time, because 1, you're not going to know what's working and what isn't, and 2, it's too much trying to come off 2 medications at the same time. So we've picked like one that I'm going to like gradually taper off, and she just said kind of do it, listen to your body, you can do it as slowly as you want, just go down to whatever dose you feel like okay on, you know, you don't have to come off it completely, you need to be at a place where you're happy, and then once you've kind of sorted that one out, have a look at doing the other one. If I come off the other one and find that I'm really struggling like with my mood, then she wants me to talk to my POTS specialist about what they would recommend that wouldn't interfere with my POTS symptoms basically. So yeah, I was quite happy about that, because she seemed quite sort of flexible about it and seemed to understand that, you know, I don't necessarily want to come off them completely, it's just kind of trying to get the dosage like down to as low as works basically. And then she kind of started going on to say that her and some of her colleagues have been doing some like research, investigations, I don't really know what to call it, into some of their like patients basically. And she said they kind of have like this set of patients who all have followed very similar courses and so, like their symptoms have all been quite similar, and they've been maybe diagnosed with things like personality disorders or bipolar or various other things that don't quite fit, and she said they're now looking at more like neurodevelopmental things to fit that kind of area of people. And so when she started talking about that, I was like, okay, what was going on? And she basically then said that she kind of thought that my symptoms and the way I've presented over the years and stuff fits in with this like group of people, and that because I've had various diagnoses over the years, and have never really found one that fits me right, like completely. Like I've had like depression diagnosis and anxiety diagnosis, which describes those symptoms, but it hasn't like explained everything. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder or emotionally unstable personality disorder. They kind of use the 2 interchangeably, and that just didn't sit right. It didn't fit basically. And then was diagnosed with a mixed personality disorder because they couldn't work out what else to kind of call it. And she said actually she thinks going more down the neurodevelopmental route would suit me better. And also she seemed to have a lot of knowledge about EDS, which was quite good. And she said that people with EDS, the genetic sort of problem with that seems to pull in other genetic conditions, one of which is autism. And she kind of said to me, do you know much about autism? And I said, well, I worked as an LSA for 5 years, and I worked with young people with autism during that time. So she said, well, you know, were they boys, girls? So I said, well, the ones with autism were pretty much all boys. So she said, yeah, she said, up until fairly recently, autism has been a condition that a lot more boys have been diagnosed with than girls, and they're starting to realise now that girls do have autism probably as much as boys, but it presents in very, very different ways. And so she said that the way I have presented over the years and the fact that I've got EDS as well kind of makes her think that I might have some type of or strand of female autism, which to begin with, when she sort of said it, I felt a bit shocked and a bit confused, because I guess I have this like preconception of what autism is like from working with young people or young boys with autism. And she had a lot of like research that she'd printed out, and she went through it with me a bit, kind of went through some of the different like ways that it presents in girls differently to how it presents in boys. And a lot of what was in there, I was like, that just sounds exactly like me. And the more we kind of went through it, the more I thought this makes a lot of sense. And she said it's also very like what's the word, like inheritable. So she said if I have it, it's quite likely that other members of my family have got it. And just the more we talked about it, the more it started to make sense to me, and the more I thought, actually, yeah, she might be onto something. You know, because in girls, I mean, I'm still learning all this, so like don't hold me to this, but in girls it often presents with, you come across as being quite, I don't want to use the word normal because that's not the right word to use. You come across as, you know, you can socially interact. She said, you know, you have really good eye contact, you're very intelligent. You know, I guess to the outside person, they wouldn't necessarily think anything was very different about you. But if you look at things, so like I've had problems with eating disorders, obviously with depression and anxiety, self-harm, suicidal thoughts from quite a young age, kind of like specialist interests, I guess, like Disney and stuff like that. I'm very kind of, I have very set ways of doing things, like routines and sort of OCD type things. And yeah, just the more she spoke about it, the more I was like, gosh, this just kind of makes sense of a lot of stuff. And you know, obviously it's still early days and I'm still getting my head around it, and she's given me like some paperwork to look through, and she's going to write to my GP. And basically she said if this psychiatrist can't diagnose autism, it has to be a neurodevelopmental specialist. So my psychiatrist could only make an observation of what she thinks is the diagnosis. My GP can refer me to the right place, like the right place for diagnosis, so I need to decide whether that's an avenue that I want to go down. But yeah, she sort of gave me some websites and things to look at as well, and also one that was like for people with EDS and Asperger's or autism or something like that. So yeah, I'm still getting my head around it. I still feel a bit kind of overwhelmed by it all, but yeah, it makes sense, I think, is what I'm trying to say. And I guess I've just got to decide now whether do I go down getting a formal diagnosis. I'd be interested to hear actually if any of you that watch this have autism, especially if you're women, but men as well, and if you have EDS as well. Is it worth getting a formal diagnosis? Does that bring anything different? Obviously, you know, this has only come out today. I've still got a lot of thinking and getting my head around stuff to do, but I would be, yeah, really interested to kind of hear what other people think. And yeah, just like, is it worth going down the diagnosis route, or isn't that not going to help? Obviously there's no cure or anything like that, and I don't want a cure because this is who I am, but would getting a formal diagnosis lead to better support? Or I don't know, I don't know at the moment. So yeah, I got a lot more out of that appointment than I had anticipated. So yeah, that's kind of I mean, we were in with her for like an hour, well, just over an hour and a half. It was an intense appointment, but I think it was useful. So yeah, I got home, had a bit of lunch, and now I'm going to try and get this blog post up and then possibly start editing my weekly vlog, because I want to try and get as much done now as I can, because I've got Noah tomorrow and Thursday. Friday I've got a doctor's appointment, but I haven't got any other plans, but it would be quite nice. I don't know if we can go see David and Emma, or if I could go out with my mum for a bit or something like that. So I'm going to see what I can get done today. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you on it because it's quite a big thing and I want to document it and kind of talk about my journey, I suppose, with it. So yeah, it's been a bit of a day so far. I've done relatively well this afternoon. I've got I've put a blog post up, and then I've got quite a lot of editing done to my weekly vlog, which I'm quite happy about, considering how mad this morning was. Yeah, I'm quite happy with what I've got done. I've just come to sit down and have a little bit of a rest, because I'm going to the pub a little bit later to meet some of my friends, committee from the mental health group that I run. Just having a bit of a get together to kind of evaluate kind of how things are going and anything we kind of need to do to continue. So that should be quite nice, just a bit of a catch up at the pub. I'm going to have dinner there, so that should be good. So yeah, just having a little bit of a rest. Got the telly on, waiting for The Simpsons, and just, yeah, going to try and get a bit of energy because I just feel quite drained. I think that meeting this morning has just zapped me a bit. So yeah, just need to refuel and, well, refuel energy wise, and yeah, get myself in a bit of a better headspace for tonight.
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit, I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm
So, hello, happy Wednesday. I'm out in the garden with this little man. He's playing with the footballs. Yeah, I haven't actually spoken to you today, so he's giving me really weird looks. But yeah, I've just been playing with him this morning. Decided not to go swimming because I'm not really feeling up to it. So I think we're going to go down to the park for a bit. My mum's just popped out, so I've just brought him out in the garden because we've just finished our lunch. Oh dear, has it gone in the flower bed? Would you like me to help? Help me. So yeah, we're just going to have a little run around in the garden for now, and then I think we might go out for a little walk when my mum gets back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the football's gone in the flower bed. Should we go and rescue it? Yeah, okay. We'll go and rescue that, and then we're going to play. It's a cat. We're just going to go for a little walk to the park, aren't we? I think Noah's getting bored. We're waiting for Nanny. You can see the cat. Should we show them the cat? There's the cat. Noah went home a little while ago. I've just been having a bit of a rest on the sofa. I'm feeling a bit not 100%. I am going to make a smoothie. I haven't made a smoothie for years, pretty much. I used to do them all the time and kind of had a few little recipes that I like doing. So yeah, it's been a while and I can't actually remember what the recipes are. So I've got some cranberry and raspberry juice, because I'm sure I used to put that in it. And then some natural yogurt, because I used to put a couple of spoonfuls of that in. And then I've got a Waitrose berry smoothie mix that's been in the freezer for a while. So I'm just going to kind of wing it and we will see how it turns out.
to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are not with me. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see I write so much better than I speak. And I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you. get over. You chose someone else, a new best friend. It doesn't feel like it was long ago.
Okay, moment of truth. Let's see what it tastes like. It's alright actually. It's a little bit tart, but apart from that, it tastes pretty good. I don't know if I've made enough. I wasn't really sure how much to make, so we'll see. But no, that was pretty easy. And it tastes okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I've just come back from my hospital appointment this morning. Haven't I? Come back from my hospital appointment. Alfie, which I'll tell you about a bit later. But just come back. Noah's just finished his lunch. I need to get my lunch because it is 1:10.
Please may I have my phone back?
Noah's stolen Rebecca's phone.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He's just
No.
doing some online shopping.
You're going to do some shopping.
Okay.
It's working.
What?
How did you do that?
He knows how
You
to,
know how to talk to him?
he knows how to put Siri on, don't you?
You say, hi Siri, how are you?
I feel good.
Say, sing me a song.
Okay, if you insist. I could what?
You turned it off.
Oh no, we're not going to try and knock me out.
No. What are you
Sing
saying,
me a
Tom?
song.
Okay, if you insist.
With the flowers.
Consulting with the rain. And
My
my...
head, I'd be scratching. Was that not a
Do
very
you think
good
you ought to get him
song?
an Amazon dogs?
God no. God only knows what we'd end up ordering. I've just had my lunch and thought I would just update you on my hospital appointment. So yeah, as I said, I had a hospital appointment this morning. This time it was with a neurologist. Basically my POTS specialist had asked for me to be seen because I've always had trouble with like headaches and migraines and stuff, but I've been getting like I'll get like numbness down one side, the vision in one eye will go blurry, and sometimes it will go down like into my arm and my hand and things like that. So they just wanted me to be like double check to make sure that it was just all migraine related. So yeah, the neurologist I saw, it was actually a different one because I'd been to a neurologist before after I had a seizure, but this was a different one. And I think he seems to think it is all sort of migraine related. He did say that I could be put on like a regular medication to try and like prevent the migraines, but because I'm on so much stuff already, he was kind of a bit hesitant to put me on something else. He said that apparently it's a B vitamin called riboflavin or something like that, in like certain doses is meant to help migraines. So he suggested that I try that, and also just like keeping a diary of my symptoms. And then he said if things kind of don't really get any better or get worse, then I can ask my GP to refer me back to him to discuss like whether to try a preventative medication. I'm a little bit limited on what I can try because I've tried a few already for other things and they've not agreed with me. A couple of the medications that they would try you on, you can't take if you've got POTS. So that doesn't leave much, but there is some scope there. He also, he also said that having the injections that I have in my neck for the occipital nerve blocks can be really helpful. So I said, yeah, I find them quite helpful. So he just said continue with those. He did say that there is the option of Botox if things kind of don't improve. which basically they do lots of like injections across your forehead and like down into your neck and shoulders. But for Botox, like the criteria, so you have to have a 3-month diary of your symptoms, but also you're not allowed to be kind of on things like tramadol or something like that, and I'm on a small amount of tramadol, not as much as I used to be, and I have tried to cut it down because he said that tramadol can like increase your like chances of migraines, but he did kind of acknowledge that with other conditions, like you need pain relief, and you've just got to weigh up like what is best. So I'm at a point with my tramadol that I don't think I could cut it down anymore, or I wouldn't be able to function. So I don't know if Botox would ever be an option for me. He also spoke about something called a vagus nerve stimulator, which he said like goes in your neck and it stimulates the nerve. Apparently at the moment it's not licensed for migraines, it's licensed for cluster headaches, but he said it may well come in the future, so it's a possible future thing. But for now we're going to try the riboflavin, I don't even know how to say it. We're going to try that supplement, and also carry on with the injections and just kind of see how things go. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. I'm not sure about trying new medications because I just seem to react to so many things and they give me side effects, and I just don't really want them if I can help it. So we'll see how this stuff goes, and yeah, just play it by ear. So yeah, then I came home, played with Noah for a little bit. I've just had some lunch, and I'm going to go off and go and do a bit more editing now. My dad and sister have taken Noah out. They've gone to a camping exhibition, and they thought, oh, I'm losing my voice. They thought they'd take him along with them, just to like run around and look at the tents and stuff. So while he's out, I think I will go and just get on with some more editing. Oh, I had a phone call. Like my phone rang and I didn't get to it in time, and they left a message saying that they were ringing to book a date for me to have my leg surgery, which I'm kind of confused about, because when I contacted them a bit back, they said that the consultant wasn't back till December, and then I'd have to see him before I had the surgery. So I don't quite know what's going on. So I tried ringing back and there was no answer. So I've left a message and I'm just waiting for them to ring back and find out what's going on, because yeah, it's all a bit confusing. But anyway, I'm going to get on with some editing now and yeah, wait for Noah to come back. Freddie!
Ready?
Bring the ball back. I know, you want to play with the ball, but that's not yours. Good morning. It's a bit of a rainy, cold, well, not cold, but colder day today. So I've got my jeans and a little jumper on. I'm just about to go out to see my GP. Got a few things I need to go through with her, so hopefully she can help with some of them. And then my mum and I are going to go over to a garden centre, because we haven't been out together for ages, like properly. And yeah, we haven't got Noah today, so we just thought we would, yeah, go and have a little mooch around a garden centre. So yeah, I'll take you with us.
I don't know for how long I'll get to hold your hand, to be your guiding light in the darkest of nights. I will try to do my best until the day that I'll die. I won't lie. It's not going to be easy, but I'll try. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, I will stay here. And as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down. I know that we will fight, and
nice look round at the garden centre and got a bit of lunch. They have a really nice restaurant at that garden centre. So I had this risotto which had, I think it was peas, asparagus and broad beans in it. And my mum had a baguette, and that was very nice. We didn't go and look around the flowers because we'd heard that David and Emma were over. So we decided to head home and see them and baby Maisie again. So it was nice to see her. She kind of had her eyes open a little bit more and is starting to be a little bit more alert. So had some baby cuddles, which was nice. My doctor's appointment this morning went okay. The screen said she was running like 40 minutes late, but actually she was running like 15, which was much better. I've got to have some blood tests just to see if there's any kind of reason why I keep getting infections and just don't feel particularly well. So we'll see if they show anything. I'm kind of not really expecting any answers. She said it's probably just because I've had so many infections and been on so many antibiotics that it just takes your body a while to recover. So yeah, that she has referred me to one of the orthopaedic practitioners to talk about my back pain. I think I'm seeing them in September, so it's a bit of a wait, but it's been going on for ages anyway, so you know, a bit more time is not going to make any difference. She said they can kind of do an examination, and if you need like scans they can sort those out, and they can also refer you for physio and stuff, so hopefully that'll be quite useful. And yeah, I kind of asked what was going on with my swallowing tests, because basically my gastro professor up in London wants me to have a video fluoroscopy, which is where you like swallow some stuff and it videos it and stuff. And so yeah, he wrote that, and then I was referred to speech and language therapy here because they do those tests. They decided that they didn't think that was the right test for me to have, so they discharged me. They didn't see me, they just discharged me based on that. So I kind of said, well, what's going on now? So she is going to, well, she wrote back to my professor and just said, look, can you confirm that this is what you want, so that we can say to speech and language, look, this is what the professor wants. But she hasn't heard back from him, so she's going to try and chase that up. So hopefully we can get somewhere at some point, because it's just dragging on and it's a bit annoying. But yeah, so kind of was quite a useful appointment. I've come out with a few plans of like ways to go, so hopefully that'll be quite good. But yeah, I'm back now, feeling a bit rubbish, but I'm going to try and do a little bit of editing, trying to get this weekly vlog finished. And then I'm just having a quiet evening. Hello, happy Saturday. I am wearing my new Minnie Mouse t-shirt with zebra pattern on it, which I love. It's from Tesco's. I have had not the best morning. I didn't wake up until just gone 11, which is quite late even for me. And just feeling a little bit not brilliant. But anyway, I'm dressed now. This afternoon, or later this afternoon, I'm going for a walk. I never know whether to call it a walk or a wheel, because I'm going to be in my wheelchair, but going for a walk with my mental health group, which should be quite nice. Thankfully the sun's come out because it's been raining since yesterday. So we're going to do that. We're going to hide the rocks that we painted at the group a few weeks ago, and we are then going to go for a pub dinner, so hopefully it should be quite a nice sort of afternoon, evening. I'm just going to go and see if my weekly vlog has exported, because I'm not sure if it's going to have failed, because I need to, basically my disk is full, and I need to buy some, what do you call them, hard drive, portable hard drive things, because I'm going to move a lot of my videos onto them and archive them. But anyway, I'm going to go and see if it's exported. If it has, I'm going to get it uploading, and then have a bit of lunch before we go out for the walk. So I'm still not feeling massively awake, but I've had a bit of lunch and I'm just heading out. I'm going to pick a friend up, and then we're going to go over to a place called California Country Park, which is fairly near where I live, for our little walk.
stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. What we're wrong, we'll turn right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the fire, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. Yeah, yeah. When things go wrong, it's easy to sing a sad song. Seems like nothing comes for free, yeah. And it won't take a lot. Your fragile soul will soon be strong. I'll carry you so tenderly. What I wanna say is that I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. Breaks my heart seeing you struggle with the things you do, carrying the one on your shoulder. When did we become so much older? Now I wish I could say that all my troubles gonna blow away, but I won't quit until it gets better, even if it takes me forever. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. Hey, we can make it.
Back home now from my afternoon. Typically I have a really bad tummy ache, but that's kind of expected. But yeah, we had a nice little walk, hid our rocks in various places. The weather perked up, which was nice. After we'd been for our walk, we went into the cafe bit and just had a nice lolly and a bit of a chat, and then we came back to where our town and had dinner at a pub, which is why my stomach's really bad. So yeah, and it was really nice, just chatted, it was quite relaxed, and yeah, it's just nice to go out and socialise a bit and do something that I don't do that often. But yeah, I'm home now. I'm going to get into my pyjamas and just have a chilled out evening, I think. Try and just kind of breathe through this pain and wait until it's hopefully feeling a bit better. But yeah, just going to watch a bit of YouTube and relax, I think. Hello, so I just wanted to come on and end the vlog. Sorry that I haven't actually filmed anything today. It's just been a really quiet, chilled out Sunday. I didn't go to church this morning, and I've just sort of, I don't know, not really done much. Spent been doing sort of bits and bobs on my laptop, and little odd jobs here and there that needed doing. David and Emma and Maisie popped in briefly, so said hello to them. yeah, just, I don't really know what I've done today. It's one of those days where I don't really know what I've done. I did go to a little church service this evening, which was just mainly music, which was nice. And then this evening we've just all been sat on the sofa watching Glee because it's on Netflix now. So I've been like singing along to that and like reminiscing, because I can't believe how, like, I didn't realise how long ago it was that it first came out. But yeah, enjoying that. So yeah, that's about it for today and for this week. So I hope you have enjoyed this week's vlog. If you have enjoyed it and you want to see more from me, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell as well, because then you'll get notified when I upload videos. Leave a comment, let me know what you've been up to this week, and also let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see me do. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!